All right, Coach Joe Callero, questions, guys?
I guess I'll start off. Let me see here. All right, well, it's a couple days after, a few days after the season has ended. Just kind of your thoughts and your recollections on kind of, I guess, a bittersweet 2010-11 season.
Yeah, it's. I'm glad it is a few days afterwards. It stung for 2 or 3 days. You know, to lose a first round playoff game in overtime, it hurts. It hurts the soul. It hurts the heart. It hurts the team. You get so close to the guy. It's been 6 months that you build and work on something like that. So the sting lasts for a few days. It lasts longer than any other game because you're not preparing for the next game. When you lose a game during the season, you get up the next morning, you let it go, and you start scouting and preparing for the next game. You get practice, and you get the energy of your team. But this one, it stung all the way through Sunday afternoon, and then you realize, you know, we have a time to reflect back and look at what a great season that we had. We set a conference record for most victories with 10 victories in conference play. We finished with a 500 record, 14-14 overall. We returned 16 of our 17 players, and we add Reese Morgan, who had 37 points in a CIF game on Saturday night, which I was able to stay in LA and catch a game, watch him play on Saturday. So those type of things bring energy back to you. So overall view is we had a very good year. The program took another step towards competitiveness and enthusiasm in the community. I think is what we're excited about as well.
You touched on it there about looking ahead. I mean, what's your first order of business now as you put last season now behind you and you look forward towards the next season?
Well, number one is that we're excited because we have so much more depth, competition and depth. You know, a good example that would have been looking at the situation with Will Donahue getting in foul trouble at the end of last game. Now we're going to have Will Taylor and Chris Eversley. I'm going to have Ben Eisenhart with another year of experience. So we're going to have much more depth in the program, and I think that's a critical part of what we want to do. And so you can overcome injuries and the foul trouble. And so just the enthusiasm that you can have by knowing that you have more guys. We also have an opportunity now to have 15, 16 players that have been in our system. And when you're running the matchup zone, it's pretty complicated. It took us nearly a year and a half to implement it. And now so we look at having a system that we can sustain consistency. And I think that's part we're looking for now, is being consistent, maybe having a preseason that when we're going to play at UNLV next year, we're going to play at USC at Galen Center next year. We have St. Mary's, a team that just got snubbed by the NCAA tournament, coming down to play at Cal Poly. So I think that's part of building the program as well as who you schedule.
Yeah, my last question before Andrew gets here. What can you tell us schedule-wise, either like on the record, off the record? I mean, who can we expect to see on the? Because you've been putting together a great schedule since you
Yeah, we're about 3/4 way down our schedule, and we do have a contract with USC to play at USC. I believe it's November 19th. It's a Saturday afternoon at USC. We do have St. Mary's coming down here in December. The date has been confirmed. I don't have it off the top of my head. And then we'll got UNLV for sure, playing at UNLV the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. That's a confirmed date, and then with 2 other games at the Orleans.
It's a tournament, right?
At a tournament, Friday and Saturday. Those are still to be determined as well. It's a host outside organization for an MTE.
You will play UNLV though?
We will play UNLV on the Tuesday prior to the Friday and Saturday games. Yes, and that's at UNLV.
Okay. Cool.
Then the other 2 games are on the weekend at the Orleans against rotating group of teams.
Yeah.
So those three opponents, USC, UNLV on the road, and St. Mary's here are at this point are 3 major name, high major, top 50 teams in the nation, with both USC and UNLV making the tournament, and St. Mary's just getting knocked out. And we're still negotiating with another team based upon date, time, money.
Because you've told me you've always wanted like at least one wow game. Look at the schedule.
Yeah.
Whether it be Kansas, Duke, North Carolina, Syracuse. I know you can't. Everybody probably wants to play them. Not everybody, but
Right.
Can we expect any kind of a game, like a wow game? I think is what you call it. Something like that.
Possibly, but not. It's not guaranteed because a lot of times it simply comes down to dates. Dates available, and with the 3 that we have there, now it comes down to finals dates and commitments that you have for MTs and so forth. We're looking at a few teams but the dates have to work and the money has to work. You can't just do it just to do it. You got to kind of look. And we have a new athletic director. We want to discuss how things work with that as well.
Oh, we do. That's right.
see what his philosophy is. Hey, Joe, enough the wow.
They do bring in some money though. So.
I'm good. He asked all night.
All right.
I was just gonna ask about schedule.